Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. I am out here today. Just got through. Sheeps is a little bit skittish coming through that gate here because this is, they've been back here before, but it have been a long time since they come on back here, guys. So far, what we're doing right now, the goats, they have been running this area for probably right at about 2 months now. And if you can see how grown up it is still bushy. And so we bring the sheeps in today for them to pretty much take care of what the goats is pretty much rejecting. Okay, so they're out here to pretty much clean up, because if you know sheeps, guys, they're one of those animals. They've pretty well, goats also move with as a herd as well. But once those sheeps put their heads down and start to eat, they're not going to be pulling that head back on up until they pretty much full and ready to sit down and chew their cud. Okay, so what I want to go ahead and do actually right now is pretty much to go ahead and give you all a walkthrough on what this entire area is looking like, and what it's going to be looking like when the sheeps them are finished with it and look like they're trying to go ahead and go back into the pasture. So I'm going to go ahead and close this gate right here because I want them to go ahead and chill out here for a little while, guys. And what I will do, I will put them back up at night, because yes, we do have coyotes here in the area. We have been hearing them howling at night, and so we definitely don't want to be losing any animals by coyotes. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pretty much do a walkthrough and to show you all what I just got through doing. Me and my son, we came on out here and run the electric netting and also some electric wire as well, guys. So this right here is the electric netting. We pretty much cleared a path for it. That way no leaves or no green shrubs or anything like that grounding it out. Okay, because we want all that juice to be running through this area here. But as I am going through, I just want to kind of show you all how brushy it is, how it's a bit kind of grown up. But I know once those sheeps come on through here, guys, it definitely will not be looking like it is right now. All right, so, and as y'all can see, those sheeps, they have already start moving out. And once they find some shrubs or grass that they really love, guys, they're going to be working on that first, and then they're going to start moving out to, once they eat all that away, then they'll start moving on out to things that they really don't like, but they're going to eat it because there's nothing else out here for them to eat. All right, so and this is just pretty much a part of the rotational grazing that we have going on here, guys. All right, so here are the goats. As y'all can see, now goats are browsers, guys. They love to eat stuff up high, and that is what they are doing right now. So what I'm pretty much doing, because I did have them run in this area, the whole entire area, so now I'm just confining them inside of this area here so they can go ahead and eat it down. Now what we have here is a T-post with some of those yellow wire holders. They actually have a name for them, guys. I don't remember the name right now. And we just pretty much run it and connect those wires just so that way these animals can go ahead and graze this area here. Okay, so I'm just kind of giving you all a overview of what this area is looking like. And the goats, they absolutely loving it, guys. I don't think any of them touched the electric wire just as yet, but this is what we just got through doing, is clearing out a path for these goats to come on through and eat. So right now it's like a buffet for them. It's pretty much a buffet, guys. Like I said, once these sheeps get in here as well, I would say probably about maybe a week or so, they will go ahead and knock all this brush out underneath here. Okay, so just pretty much giving you all a quick walk to show you what the day looked it like. Coming through here, knocking in T-posts, and also using this electric net in here as well, guys, is definitely a cheaper way to go about confining your animals inside of a large space. Okay, now the plan and the goal is to eventually fence majority of the property, but for right now, to control all the grass and weeds and brush and all that on the property here, guys, I just let the sheeps and the goats go ahead and do the work for me, instead of me trying to come through here with a weed eater or a lawnmower or a billy goat. I just let the goats go ahead and do the work, and also sheeps. All right, so keep in mind, even if you are just starting out and you don't have the resource right now to go ahead and put up a fence, this right here is also an optional way, another way that you can go about putting up the fence. Of course, T-post depends on what size you're getting. I think this one right here is 6.5 feet tall. You can get the shorter ones. You don't necessarily need tall T-posts, guys, but I would recommend the T-posts because they are a bit stronger than the regular posts that you would put in for your electric wire. Those things, they're real weak and flimsy. Now the fiberglass ones, those you can get by with them. Those are a little bit more sturdier, but I would recommend the T-posts, and to get those yellow clips, T-post clips to put on, guys. All right, so back to it. So if you want to save some money and you're getting into goats or getting into sheeps and you don't want to put up a fence, this right here is the way to go. And even think about if you want to go ahead and get also a couple of goats, a couple of sheep to run on a small property, guys. You can definitely do it with this right here without having to spend out any big bucks. All right, so as y'all can see, this whole entire area on what it is looking like, this is what it's looking like, guys. We have shrubs and all kind of different stuff. Okay, whoop 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 whoop. Let me see if I can get them on up this way. Look at that, those sheeps, they all about eating right now. Their head is down and they didn't even pick their head up for the call a while ago. Whoop 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 whoop. And look at that, guys, they didn't pick that head up at all. Okay, so that's the sheeps all the way down there. We have a couple of the goats coming this direction right now. And so this is just the update, like I said. So what I will do is, as time progresses on, I will come back on in just to kind of show you all the progress on what these animals did round back. All right, so as y'all can see, look at that, those goats, they're already all the way up here. And so guys, Just stay tuned. I will be back probably maybe in about 3 days or so, just to kind of show you all the progress. All right, so stay tuned. Okay guys, and so I am down here in the back where I had the sheeps and the goat was running to clear this area on out. And so I am just down here to kind of give you all an update. I say I would probably come on in 3 days and give you all an update. But so far it has been right at about a week since they was down here, guys. And so we're just coming on through to kind of show you all the damage on what the sheeps and the goats have done down here. Now you're going to see some brush that are still standing. I want to say this here is the walnut and also sweet gum that is still standing, but most of the grass and a lot of the muscadine vine, the sheeps and the goats have eaten it down. I think one of the things that I messed up with was letting them back on through to go to that pasture over there. And so most of the time they will start eating over there and then they'll work their way on out to this side. But what I would usually do, once I figure out that's what they were doing, I go ahead and call them on out here, close the gate, let them go ahead and eat, and at night we will go ahead and put them back up. But guys, this is just the whole process here of the rotational grazing on the homestead, and also using the animals to keep the weed pressure down here on the property as well, guys. Now what I'm going to have to do with these sweet gum here, I'm going to have to come on through with my machete and go ahead and cut them out, and just so we can go ahead and clear it up just a little bit and they don't grow into big trees, guys. Okay, so as y'all can see, they did a pretty good job, especially on out here in the clearer areas. They did, of course, they went all over in this spot and eat what they can eat. Like I said, they're going to go for their favorite, guys, and whatever that is, they know. Okay, and so what I may do, I may come on in here with the lawnmower as well and cut down a lot of these big brush that is out here in this area. And of course, one of the things, we also make sure that they have water on out here so they can go ahead and drink, guys. Okay, but so far it's not too bad. It could have been a little bit better, just a little bit better, but for what they did, I am happy. I can see through here a little bit better anyway, so nonetheless, guys, we are just happy for them to come on through here and did what they did. Okay, so we're just going through right now, and as y'all can see, it's not too bad. A lot of the other weeds that they used to eat on pretty much died back, and they didn't really fool with it too much. Okay, so we're just going through here. I know a lot of this back here on the property, guys, need to get cleared up, and we are in the process of doing that. That is one of the reasons as well why I let these sheeps come on through here and eat what they can eat, because guess what, that was a whole week of food that these sheeps was able to come on through here and graze. Now we still have a little bit of muscadine vine still standing. A lot of the leaves, they have eaten it off. Okay, and so guys, that's pretty much it. It's not bad. They navigate through all this stuff right here, guys, and eat what they can eat. But I do need to come and get all these logs and trees off of the ground back here, pile it up and burn it, because we just actually ran into a little incident here on the homestead where that one of our billies got bit by a snake, guys. And so we just want to get it cleared up back here so that in the future, you know, we can try and prevent. We'll try and prevent, because one of the things that you also have to understand, that snakes, they're going to go wherever they want to go. So you know, that's just a part of the wild, guys. You know, so that's just one of the things that we gotta live with it. And whenever we see you know, certain snakes, poisonous snakes, we make sure we go ahead and take care of them. Okay, but as y'all can see, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. They came on in and did their thing. And so that's going to be it right there. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is take you all on up to where I just moved the sheep, and so y'all can see a little bit of the process. And look at this. They cut this down bare, guys. You can't see. Only thing standing is that sweet gum. A lot of the other stuff, they clean it out. And I think if I had left them out here, maybe about 3 more days or so, they probably would have started working on that sweet gum, guys. You know, and as a matter of fact, speaking of, let me show you right here how they clear all that right there on out. And speaking of the sweet gum, look at here. They actually did start working on the sweet gum. Okay, see that? They eat all the leaves off that sweet gum right there. So that's what happened. They eat what they like the best. Once it's starting to get scarce, they go ahead and start on what they don't like, guys. But we're gonna come on through here and cut out the sweet gum, and just, hey, maybe plant some grass seed and get this area right here ready for the fall. We'll see what the Most High permits. But guys, we're gonna head on down here and show you where the sheeps are at now. Okay, and also one of the thing here as well, you know, of course you have the sheep. One of the thing is making sure that you have food for these animals to eat. So most of the time you will see my property and it would look somewhat like that right there. A lot of grass growing up and all that different kind of stuff. It's food, guys. Food for the animals. They eat that grass. It turns into protein to build that muscle on those animals. So yes, at times I will let it get real bushy like that to feed the animals. And what I would do once they come on through and eat a lot of the grass down, you know, of course it look a little patchy after a while. What I would do, wherever I can go with the lawnmower, I would just go ahead, guys, and cut that area with the lawnmower. Okay, and I'll give you all a quick example what I'm talking about real quick. This right here is that pasture that these animals was running in, and if you all can see, right over there we have where it's real bushy. But what I did, I came on through with that lawnmower, cut the grass so it can go ahead and start to grow back real evenly. You know, and the grass was also, that will stimulate the grass as well to go ahead and start back growing. But here is where I have the sheeps. This have been an area that they run before. I let it go ahead and grow up, guys. It's different variety of grass in here. We have some Bermuda, crabgrass, coastal, just different little grass in here that those animals enjoy. Look at that. Okay. But you know, that's, hey, that's the life on the homestead. It never stops, you know. It's work, and so you have to come on out here and work it, and that is just a part of it, you know. That is a part of it. I remember, just give you all a quick backdrop while we are here with these animals, guys. When we first moved here to this property here, The Most High is just so awesome because we already came in with the idea of what it is that we wanted to do, the goal that we wanted to, just goals that we put before us that we pray that the Most High would help us to meet those goals. Okay. Um, and from there, we have seen the Most High orchestrate everything, even to getting the sheeps and everything else, guys. Of course, I had already have a few goats here on the homestead, and one of the things that we love to feed our goats whenever we can afford it is alfalfa. And we went ahead and went to a feed store that have the alfalfa, and it just so happened that the guy had just traded out some sheep, or they barter rather some sheep for fencing. And what it looked like, it's the breeder sheep was Katanans, but it looked like it was a breeder that specify their breeding down to what they need. And so we had a great bloodline of sheep here on the homestead, guys. They're very parasite resistant. Since then we have had in a few other sheep inside of the herd, but the Most High orchestrated it to where that when we went there to buy the hay for the animals, the guy said, "Hey, yeah, I got some sheeps. I'm selling them for X, Y, and Z amount of head." But to be honest with you, some of the sheeps that I got was, especially the older ones, the females. He had three females. He had two that was fully grown, and I'm gonna see if I can point those out for you. That was fully grown. Most of the time when breeders gonna get rid of animals, they'll get rid of cull animals. But if you see that one right there without the tail, and there's another one in there, and also a female that was younger that I bought with two males, guys. And we went ahead and got those, and since then we have bred them up from there. Since then we have add in a few more females, and guys, this is where it's at right now. Okay. And so this this spring, the females that we have 8 adult females. They kitted out, they lambed out, and they gave us three ewes. They gave us three young lamb ewes, guys. And so right now in the fall, we're going to get ready to breed those back. But I just want to let you know that where we have started from, and now look where we are at by the grace of the Most High. If it wasn't for him, I let you know right now that none of this right here would have been possible, guys. Okay. So I am just thankful. I am just thankful. But as you all can see, that is it. But one of the things that help us here on the homestead, guys, is rotational grazing, rotating these animals to keep down on parasites and different kind of stuff like that. Because yes, parasite is one of those things that can knock your herd back. A lot of times what we will do as well is put them inside of paddocks, guys, where that there is no grass that they can eat. And if grass is scarce here, we'll go ahead and feed them the hay, to go ahead and supplement for these animals. Now, all of our ewes that we have in the herd right now are pregnant, and like I said, I'm getting ready to put, hey, hush, boy. So right now, I'm going to be getting ready to put those ones that was born in the spring. Champ, hush it. That was born into the spring. I'm going to be putting them on out with the ram, guys. But nonetheless, one of the things that I always love to do is to encourage you guys to go ahead on out there and start something, try something. I am here. If there's any question that I can ever answer, I know, we've been so busy. A lot of times we don't get back to a lot of the questions and stuff like that, guys. But, I will try and find time for that to answer a few of you all question. By no means, I am not a professional, but I know a little bit enough to go ahead and, take care of these animals, rear these animals, guys. And it is just a pleasure and it's a beauty to be able to be here to do this. Okay, but nonetheless, that is pretty much it right there. I just wanted to come on in and show you all where these animals are at right now, and what they're doing. So like that pasture that I show you right here, that is just, it's resting right now. I'm leaving it. Like I said, I cut the grass. Champ, hush. I cut the grass, guys, to go ahead and let it grow back up real nice and fresh. If there's any parasite, larvae, or anything like that in there, it can go ahead and run its course, run its cycle, die off, and then I will put these sheep back on out into that paddock. And it may be a good little while before I put them back in that paddock, guys, because they do have another area that they need to run before they get put back over there on that side. So in probably about a week time or so, I will be moving them. It could be a little bit earlier, depends on how much grass they have eaten within the time. Okay, but the next spot is going to be right on over here. Okay, as y'all can see, it is real, it's growed up. We have a lot of seed heads from the grass, and that's one of the beautiful thing. These seed heads these seeds, they'll go ahead and drop, and in turn bring new grass for the spring and also in the fall once more again, guys. So that is the system that we make sure that we try to run here on the homestead. But nonetheless, that is pretty much it right there, guys. I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there, guys. Remember, keep a smile on your face. You be happy, you be blessed, you be cheerful. Have a blessed day. Phoenix, come on, girl. Have a blessed day, guys.